Welcome to SOCi training. Lesson number 2, Location Level Content Module. In this video, we're going to review the location level dashboard and explore the content module. Let's check it out. When we left off, we were at our account level dashboard under locations, looking at our location list. For this next lesson, we want to go ahead and get down into that specific location, and there are two ways that you can do that. You can do that by clicking on your list or on your location here in your list, or at any time, right underneath our logo, you'll see a little drop-down menu. If you click on that arrow, you're going to see Double Dave's Pizza Works, which is the account level, Post/image suggestions, which is the group that we talked about earlier, and test location, or in your case, your location, which is where we want to go. So we're going to go ahead and click on that right now. Here we are. This is what your location level dashboard looks like. Now, the first thing that you're going to notice is that a lot of what you see is exactly what we saw at the account level. This can get confusing. So I want to point out a couple of things that you're going to notice that are different on your account level dashboard than your location level dashboard. First, up here at the top, you're going to see Double Dave's Pizza Works, then the name of your location, and then 7-Day Insights. So that's new. Then over here to the right of that, you're going to see little icons for all your different networks. Again, the grayed out ones are going to be networks that you haven't connected yet. Here in a second, I'll show you how to do that. Next to that, you have this little pencil icon. When you click on the pencil icon, it's going to open up your details panel like we saw in the first video. So again, this is just another way to get to the same place, and I'll talk about that later as well. Next to the pencil icon up here, you're going to see some people. This people icon is your managers tab. It's going to take you to the same place that the managers button took you before. And then last is delete, same thing. Obviously, you don't want to do this. I pointed out those differences to let you know that sometimes if you're inside of SOCi and you can't find something you're looking for, say you're looking for these little icons up here and you don't see them, what that probably means is that you're back here at your account level 7-Day Insights dashboard, in which case those go away. So if you need to find those, or you want to make sure that you're actually in a location level, then you can just use that drop down to get you right back to your location page. So now that we're here, let's go ahead and take care of these networks that we were talking about earlier over here. Let's connect a couple more. So I have a fake Twitter account and a fake Instagram account as well that we can use. So while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and connect those. And it's really pretty easy. I'm just going to click on that icon, and it's going to pop up a little box for me that's asking if I authorize SOCi app to connect to my Twitter, and I'm just going to say yes. Because I was already logged into Twitter with the proper account, it went ahead and connected me without any problems. So we're going to move on and try the same thing with Instagram. Again, because I was already logged into Instagram, I just got a nice little notification that told me that I have successfully linked my account. And there we go. So now that we've got our accounts linked, let's go ahead and get into the content module. So you're going to find that on the left sidebar, right underneath the locations module. You can just click on that little arrow and it's going to expand everything for you. So the first thing you're going to see underneath your content module is the scheduler. Let's take a closer look. The scheduler is simply a calendar view of all your upcoming posts that you have scheduled. When you first log in, you're going to see a bunch of stuff already on your calendar. These are the generic monthly posts that we're making at corporate and copying into each of your accounts each month. We're going to come back and talk about how to add your own post here in the calendar or to edit posts that we have scheduled for you in the next video. But for now, I want to move on to the next section that we're going to talk about, which is the queue. Now the queue is going to show you just a larger view of all the posts that you have coming up, including the network that they're on, the text that goes with the post, and the image. Now we're pretty proud of the posts that we've created for you guys each month, but we know that you might not want to use them all. So this is a great way to scroll through everything that we have scheduled for you and then decide if you want to edit it or delete it. So as you scroll through, you can see what date it's scheduled to be posted on and all of the other things that we talked about. Now I want to show you, sometimes you're going to see what looks like multiple posts, but you'll notice if you look at the icon in the top left corner that these are going to different networks. So we have Pizza of the Month for Facebook, for Twitter, and then for Instagram. Now you'll notice Instagram is a little bit different, and that's because Instagram square photos work best. So anytime we do post for you where there's text and imagery, you're going to notice that there will be a horizontal version or a landscape version for Facebook and Twitter, and then we'll also have a square version for Instagram. So again, you can just scroll through these and see which ones you want to keep and which ones you don't. Now here's another different one. This is Facebook. Facebook, we can actually embed videos. So sometimes if we have a video that works for an event rather than just a photo, we might use the video in the Facebook feed. For instance, this is National Beer Day, so we just have this fun little boomerang of beer being poured. So that's what we've done for that. So again, this is just a quick and easy way for you to scroll through all the monthly posts that we have scheduled for you and decide immediately what you want to keep and what you want to delete. Once you've deleted the ones you want and kept all the others, you can go back to your scheduler and fill in all your blank days with your own content. And we'll talk about how to do that in the next video. But for now, let's just scroll right back up to the top. Sorry if I'm going too fast. And check out a couple of other things that you can do here. So this first drop-down menu is going to give you the option to filter out approved, pending, or rejected messages. Now this isn't going to affect you right now. Soon you will have an ability to add users to your account at a level lower than yours that you will be able to give the ability to post to, but before those posts will actually go live, you'll have the ability to go in and either approve or reject them. And of course, if they're not approved, they won't go live. So that's coming soon. Until then, you can also come over here and filter out by networks. So if you just want to see what's coming to Facebook, you can do that way, and so you don't see double ups. And then lastly, you can search by message. Generally, if I just type in chicken, let's see what happens. Everything for National Chicken Cordon Bleu Day pops up. So if you're specifically looking for something, if you have a ton and you know exactly what you're looking for and don't want to scroll, that's a good way to do that. The last thing that I wanted to talk about in this queue module is the edit and delete buttons. Of course, delete is pretty self-explanatory. If you're scrolling through here and you know that your store doesn't serve beer, so you want to get rid of all these National Beer Day messages, then you can just go through and delete. I don't really want to delete this, so I'm going to say cancel here. But then you'll also see this edit button. So you might be tempted as you're going through. Let's find one. Let's say, how about a cherry strudel? Well, let's say that you like this message, but you don't like the idea of promoting cherry strudels. Let's say you want to promote chocolate chip cookie pizza instead. Now, generally you would think, well, I can just click on this edit button and make that edit here. Well, because this is a group post, meaning that just me and I posted it to all the stores at one time, you cannot edit that post within the queue. However, you can go into your scheduler and let's see, I think it's this day. You can go in here and you can actually edit it right in here. So I'll show you how to do that in the next video. I just wanted you to know that even though you see that edit button in the queue, if it is one of the corporate posts, you won't be able to edit it from here. You'll only be able to delete it from here. Okay, the next section in your content module is your published section. Now this is where it's going to show any messages that you've already posted and published. And there's a lot of different ways to look at this stuff. One of the things that I really like about this module is that you can actually see, and you'll have to excuse my terrible numbers, like I said, fake account, but you can actually see how well your post performed. So you can scroll through all of them and see how well each of them did. So these are automatically divided up by network. So this is our Facebook feed. You can look at your feed. You can look at your Facebook status updates, which I have no status updates on my Facebook account, so I don't show anything there. You can see how well just images you've posted have done, any links that you've posted, any video on your page, and then you can sort them by top performing. So this is a really cool tool. It gives you a great way to find out what's working for you and what isn't. So we're going to go to Twitter next, and Twitter is the same, but the first thing you're going to see is your home feed, which is just the same thing that you see when you're logging into Twitter. What you really want to look at is your feed. These are the things that you've tweeted out. And again, you can see how well your reach was, how many retweets, how many people favorited it. So it's all there, everything that you've posted, even things that you didn't post through SOCi. A lot of these tweets that you're looking at were just testing that I did for previous events. And then Instagram is the last one, and it's the same thing. You're going to see all of the Instagram posts and how well they did. And then this last button, Manage Feeds, is another really important one. This is where you're going to go to connect. Not only you can connect other social media networks here, but you can also connect your review networks. This is something that I can't show you how to do because I can't create a fake Yelp account or Google My Business. But you have these accounts, and it's just like what we did before. You just click on it, and it's going to pop up a little dialog box and walk you through how to link that account. That's it for the Published tab. Let's move on to the next tab in the list, the Library. The first thing you'll notice in your Library tab is that it looks quite a bit like your queue. You can scroll down and see a list of messages that have been scheduled or published for your store location. Now those could be messages that you created and scheduled, or messages that we created and scheduled for you. There's a few different views to look at them. This is actually my favorite. You can see the image and the copy, and you can actually see a lot more at once so that you're not scrolling quite as much. There's also this list view. I'm going to go back to this one because it's my favorite. Now, the most important thing for you to think about when you're in this view is this little drop down right here. So right now you'll see it says test location, and that just means that all these posts are things that either corporate has made for me or I've made for myself. But one of the biggest advantages of SOCi is that here at corporate, we can see what other stores are posting, other kinds of messages that stores are doing. So let's say someone in Austin does a really cool video that we think that you guys would love to use for your locations as well. Well, we can actually save that into this post/image suggestions library. So if you go to this library, you're going to find a lot more than what you see in just the posts that you've posted or that we've posted for you. So it's always a good idea to come to this library if you're looking for something specific. Now there's different ways to do it. You can sort it by the date it was created. You can search by who created it. That's probably going to be a little more difficult. But I would say the most important way to search is over here in this last one, which is via tags. Now when we create these messages, we're making sure to tag them very clearly so that they're easy to find. And we ask that you do the same when you create your own messages. We'll show you how to do that in the next video. But for now, let's just say I want to find something about the chicken cordon bleu pizza. So maybe I'll just search chicken here in this little button. And here we have it's National Chicken Cordon Bleu Day. So that's going to pop up for me. Now there's a couple of different options that you have from here. You can click on this and edit it to make it however you want it to be for your store. If you want to change the copy or the image, you can forward it. So you can actually save a message. You could save this message to your library if you wanted to. You don't really need to since you already have it in this post/image suggestions library. However, if you have a message that you created that you want to share with other stores, so let's say you're back here in your own personal library and you find a post that you created that corporate didn't make for you so that you know other people don't have access to it. You can hit this little button right here and you can say you want it to go to this post image suggestions group. Make sure you check the box to retain a copy of the message in your store library and then just click transfer and that copies it for everyone else to use as well. So we really ask for your help in that. I think that if everyone does that, then we'll have a much more robust library for everyone to pull from. Okay, so that's how you're going to use the message library. The next option is the image library. Now the image library might look a bit the same, but the difference is these are just pictures, not messages. Now you'll notice here I am in the test location library, and if you have not uploaded a bunch of images yourself, there are going to be very few images in your library. However, again, you can go to this post/image suggestions group, and here you'll see a ton of images that we've made at corporate or that other people have uploaded that we think you might want to use. So this is kind of the first place I would start if I was looking for something significant, like a particular image to use in a message. There's a couple of ways to get to search this library, including when you're creating posts. So we'll get to that more in just a bit. But again, always remember that if you really want to look at all the Double Dave's library, you want to make sure you're in this post/image suggestions. And then of course you can search by tags. So let's just say I want to see what we have in the way of pizza, and then it's going to pull up a bunch of pizza images. So if you're doing something about a specialty pizza special, then this might be a good place for you to find a particular image. This is also a good place for me to let you know that Jessamy and I will be spending quite a bit of time over the next few months at least, and probably further into the future, inside the stores, doing nothing but gathering content. So we'll be in stores, one of us will be in a store each week for at least a few hours, taking images, video, all kinds of neat stuff. So this library is going to continue to grow. It's going to be huge, which is why it's very important as we continue that we always use tags so that these images that you're looking for are easy to find. Lastly, if you have images that you want to upload to your library, you can do that here as well. Just navigate back to your location library and then click the upload button. And you can just select your images that you want to upload there, and there you'll have it. Now that you've got a handle on navigating your content module, it's time to learn how to schedule and create a post. We'll do that in the next video, so we'll see you there.